Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have had a beautiful day today and I wanted to talk about the law of assumption, as we will every day, for the next 100 days. My vow to myself was to make a video every day for 100 days because we're showing up for ourselves in any way that we can with the law of assumption. And I also think it would do everyone well to pick something that you promise to do every day, rain or shine. So the first thing that I committed to myself when deciding I'm going to take the reins of my life is doing things that normally I would procrastinate or put off. And the thing is, when you start changing your mind, changing your thoughts, being there for yourself, that tiredness, I can't be bothered to do it today, that feeling of, I don't know what that feeling is. What's the word for that? Hump day. I don't know. That kind of, I don't want to do it today. I don't want to go to the gym today. For no other reason other than I just don't want to go. That kind of fades away. I think I always have something to talk about when it comes to the law of assumption. And today I'm going to talk about what to do when your 3D is triggering you, when it is not showing you what you want. I think the first thing you need to do is, if you've already decided that the law of assumption is something you're going to do, then there are going to be things that will trigger you. There are going to be things that will, oh wow, look. There are going to be things that will bring you back to your old ways, spiral you back. It might be someone who triggers you, like you have maybe an abusive person in your life that starts a fight with you, or something bad happens at work, or something bad happens with your finances. Maybe your car breaks down, you have to pay something bad will happen. I think it's fun to think of it as a test. Not a test to see if you're worthy or not, but a test to see if you have changed. Because that's the law of assumption. That is what we are doing. We are changing our self-concept. When Neville Goddard talks about living in the wish fulfilled, it's being the version of you that you want to be, persistently. The key word, you know what? The fox didn't scare me, but that bang, I didn't like that. I'm black enough to walk. When I hear a bang, it's time to go. I don't like that. But Neville Goddard talks about living in the wish fulfilled, and by programming our subconscious every day with the things that we are doing, for example, our scripting journal or our sats before bed, where we sit and imagine a scene 10, 20 seconds long of what we want. Don't worry if you have aphantasia and you can't visualize. It doesn't matter about visualizing. Visualizing is not necessarily manifesting. The feeling is. The feeling is the secret. That is what's going to change your self-concept. Changing your self-concept changes the way you view the world. The world is a reflection of what you are putting out. If you change this changes. So don't worry if something happens that triggers you or brings you back to the old you, puts you in a scenario where you will spiral, you will freak out, you will do whatever. This is when we make the choice to not do that. This is when we make the choice to pick ourselves. This is it. These are the times where we go, no, because I'm doing all this work. And this work means I can't react to this anymore. And that's coming from me. If anyone knows me, you know used to be a really reactive person. I would react. I'm an actor. Give me something to react to, darling. Acting is reacting. I would react. But I now want to react in a way that aligns with who I want to be. I want to react in a way that gets me to where I want to be. When we're manifesting, we can't see the way. We can't see the path. It's like you are walking blind in this room. And someone explained it really well. I think it was Aaron Doherty who said, in life, you get used to being in a room. And now, when you're in this room, it's a room that you can't see. You're blind in this room. But once you get to know this room, you can feel everything. You know where everything is. This room is pitch black, but you know where everything is. You know where the fridge is. You know where the couch is. You know where your bed is. You know where, I don't know. You know where everything is when you're in your house walking in the dark, hopefully. For the most part, you might kick something, but you know where everything is. You're like, oh, I just kicked the sofa, because you know it's a sofa, because you know where it is. When a new door opens in your life, some people don't want to go through it. Some people don't want to go through to that new room because you're like, I just got used to this room and I've been in this room for 5 years. Okay, I like this room, even though I hate this room at the same time, and I feel trapped and I want to get out of here. Someone get me out of here. When the door opens, you're like, oh, this is a new door, and you open it. You're debating whether to go in it, because if you go in it, the door behind you is going to be shut. And sometimes in life, you just get pushed in that room. Sometimes in life, you have a choice. A lot of people in their life stay at the door, like the entrance of the door, debating whether to go in or not. When I got fired from my job, I was pushed. Slammed the door shut into the new room. And I cried. I didn't go into the room and go, okay, I'm here. I turned around and I was banging on the door. I was like, let me back in. That's the metaphor of how I felt. I wanted to go back into that old room. It's the same with relationships with people that didn't treat me right. They would push me out the door and I would put my foot in the door and I'd go, no, let me stay, be with me, like holding on, instead of being like, okay, I'm being pushed into this other room. I'm just going to go in it because, do you know what? I'm going to feel myself around. I'm no longer going to hold on to these stupid rooms, all right? I don't want to be in the next room for another 5 years. I want to go about 4 rooms that way. So I'm going to have to go through these rooms now. So you get pushed into the new room and you don't know where everything is. So now you've got to start feeling around. You've got to start going, okay, this is where the door is and this is where the bathroom is. You start figuring it out. That is you changing your thoughts. That is you changing the way you react to things. When something in the 3D triggers you, you have to choose whether or not you want to go back into the old room and fight and make this room the old room again, or say, do you know what? This is a new room. I'm not doing that here. Is any of this making sense? It might not, and that's valid if it isn't. But what I'm saying is, we just have to go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go with the path of the least resistance. If you're being pushed into this room, let's just embrace it and see where it's taking us. Because at the end of the day, we are the universe. I don't want to get all, we are the universe, but we are. We are. We were put on this earth for whatever reason you were born, in whatever country you were born in whatever family you were born in. None of that was your choice. The school you went to wasn't your choice. Where you grew up wasn't your choice. Yes, you had choices within the realm, just like you have choices within every scenario in life. So now we are actively choosing choices that align with who we want to be. And there isn't much we can do. You can apply for a new job, but you still have to wait for them to accept you. You can, work out every day, but you're not going to, get the scale tomorrow, drop 100 pounds tomorrow. So you just have to make the small choices that get you to where you need to go. And that is what you do when your 3D brings you back. If someone triggers you, if someone says something that you don't like, you can either choose to go down the path. And I understand I'm someone who gets all encompassed with my emotions. I feel rejection very, very deeply. I have rejection sensitivity dysphoria, which is a very interesting thing to have, because someone can do something very small that even I can perceive as not worth getting upset about. It doesn't stop the fact that it completely dysregulates my nervous system and makes me feel worried and useless and triggers me back into whatever I was in the past. It happened at my new job. I saw someone that I work with at the train station. This is going to sound so silly, but I'm going to tell you. I saw someone I work with at the train station. I said, hi, morning, how are you? It's early in the morning. She goes, oh, I'm good. I'm going to go to the toilet. And then walked away. I know this train station. There's no toilet. She just wanted to get away from me. I kind of started spiraling. I was upset. I was angry. I was hurt. I know that I experienced that on a bit of a macro scale. And so my old reactions started coming out. When I feel that way, what I tend to do is block out, isolate, withdraw myself. It's what I do. I'm going to therapy. I could see what I was doing. I couldn't stop it. So what I did was I did the best to stay calm and navigate it the best way I can. Look at this cat. Hello. You look terrified. You're going to run away? Okay, you still sat down. Interesting. I want to pet you. But do you want to be pet? Okay. Let's change the game. Hi. Do you want to be my cat? Hello, little kitty. Would you like to be my cat? Yes, you would. Okay. Let's see if he lets me stroke him. No. Okay, well, we tried. Anyway, I really thought I was going to become one with nature there. I was like, this is my time. The cat is going to love me. I am the one. Yeah. When the 3D doesn't act the way you want it to react, it doesn't matter. It's just a projection of your past thoughts. I don't know if that ascends to the cat running away from me in the street. But what I mean to say is, it's easy to forget where we're going. It's easy to let yourself be dragged back into these old pathways, old thoughts, old minds. Oh, I'll stop smoking when this happens, and I'll start eating healthy when this happens. I just have to finish this and then I'll start. You start today, darling. Your bloody start today. Because if not now, then when? We only have the present moment. I don't know. So some time has passed. Kind of lost my trail of thought when making that video earlier. So, yeah. But I've been cleaning my room just so I have a clean space to wake up to in the morning, which, again, is like a new change of thought, change of mind, that I love about myself now. I want a nice clean room. I want it to smell nice and be nice in here. I've got some meditation music on, like, it's wind down time. I've downloaded my game on my Nintendo Switch. I'm going to play some Life is Strange. Life is good. I just wanted to sign this video off. I'm not sure if I ended what I was saying properly, but just persist in what we're doing, okay? We're on the road together. We're on the path together. Nothing you're doing is wrong. Don't think about it too much, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Ciao.